Hey, what's up guys, June here. In today's video, we're going over the week of January 10th, 2022. This week, we finished up on 4.24 handles. Interesting week. Some good insights and some good use of the 20-minute chart. Things are clicking. First trade, we have just ideas. We have a lot of general ideas today. So what's happening here, this would be kind of the ITE idea. Mixed with some good old-fashioned, maybe some POC trading or trading to the POC. You know, it came to here. This is on a 20-minute chart. Eventually, I'll show exactly how I'm doing that, but for now, I'm not. But regardless, we have what is a one-line balance. A nice gap, nice extension out of it. What happened? Zoom. I'm like, okay. Yeah, I'm already looking to go short, by the way. Except when this happens, I'm like, okay, fine. And as soon as this reversal bar happens, like, oh, okay, I see what happened. Double breakout. And the target was just right here. This was the other POC or first target. That's what the ITE idea calls for, first target, or just going to the next POC. I could maybe went halfway on it. Possibly. Maybe that's an idea. I'll put it down. Allow for double breakout, right side entries. Not necessarily for the reason of, oh, I want extra confirmation, just maybe I show up a bit late. That's it. Ideally, I'm not, ideally I don't, but it's trading. And it's pressing all the swap out of the gap swap. Gap, boom, boom, gap swap. So interesting, goes to target. It went a bit lower, but this is the target, already 4-1 there. Next trade, we have the Russell. Yeah. So we're just going up. We have a POC right here. We beat it. We have a POC defined right there, and we have one way up there. Now, of course, how I'm using these areas or levels that I'm looking to trade to as my North Star is more for direction, not for necessarily targets. For targets in between, I usually go for either structurally based, double the range, a trend line, one line balance, measured move, so whatever is based on the frequency, unless there's actual specific structure to the left, so, or a high or something, whatever, natural buyers, natural sellers. What ended up happening, we have a confirmed major, right? Pretty simple. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, they're coming into each other. The major grew. So there is a definition or a difference between a growing swing versus an expansion swing. At least that's how I'm seeing it. And a major or a swing that grows is swings that kind of, it's not necessarily doubling out its previous major or its previous swing, or it's not necessarily breaking it either. So it's growing a bit, and it came here. It tried to do it, and boop, 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 break. What ended up happening? Something to break, something to fall into. This gap thing. This is a news event. This is 8:30. This is unemployment, or yeah, probably unemployment. I don't know, whatever. And this is the expansion idea. It's a quintessential expansion. Boom, expand, continue. One move, pops, entries, one move, bam, it pops, entry kind of in the kill zone, using the projected major, that type of thing. Beautifully executed. I have no problem with this trade whatsoever. So there you go. Perhaps I'll make a note about the expansion. So swings that grow versus expand. Well, I'll put it like this. Swings can expand or grow. Just to put a distinction. I'm not going to put a definition. I know what I'm talking about, but there you go. And of course, the backside of this idea is right here. I was a little hesitant, basically because I'm like, oh, well, is this really a trade I want to take based on the red? it was suggesting a bit higher. But we have a gap. Is this a momentum idea? Can I just automatically short that? Questionable. And of course, it went down. This was the other POC I was having. Maybe this POC was a bit better, but this would have been the target for it, and it would have gone there very comfortably. The question now is, how exactly do I trade this? Because this is a... Oh, Jay. What's with people phoning me while I'm doing this? Anyways, so that's what happened. Very interesting idea. Very quick, like bam. Would it be the ITE? No, the ITE idea would be maybe this trade, but it's already expanding. So I don't know what this would be. Reason why this is a little different than just a random ass trade is because we have a POC. We have quite a bit of buyers here. A good amount of value. The value failed to hold. Interesting. So really, trade idea. We'll call it naked left side entry. Why is it naked? Because we have no swings to follow. Yeah, the swing came up to here, but can we just do it in isolation without any frequencies? Naked LSE based on POC swap or initial POC swap. Pox. It's not the chicken pox, it's the POC. All right, so that's the idea behind this kind of a naked left side entry based on the initial POC and kind of a gap retest. So we'll see what happens with that one. This one, all right, so this is where the trades get iffy. So this MES trade was, I'm okay with this one. We have kind of a confirmed swing, bang, 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 kind of grew into this blue. So that's always nice to see the minor and major LSB kind of working together. So what ended up happening, we had something here, boom, we swap it. We came back, so this was kind of a wash. I did take the entry here and was targeting a POC. Now, I did note later on that this could have been on the back side of a potential structure. So we have the meat of the move, or the meat of the bars, and then we have the absolute bottom of it. So perhaps there could be a graceful exit. So targeting the POC. Maybe graceful exits can be taken on the or at the natural sellers slash buyers line. So exactly what does that mean? Let's take I'll just draw it because I don't think I have the chart. So say we have a down move, right? And then we have something like this, and we're going here. So when the price is coming up, we say the POC is right here. It's in the meat, but we'll have natural sellers or buyers right here, just because it's the easiest thing the eyes can see. So interesting. I do have a follow-up to this. And it would be this guy here. So this would be a 2TC. I was looking for a possible second times the charm. Gap swap failed. So the gap swap we referred to this one. So gap goes here, and gap swap fails. And I was looking for a possible return back down here. So here I noted maybe there was a double breakout entry, hard to spot. When I broke this down and just cleared the chart, and I'm just thinking, okay, still there's this area. And again, this has to do with a combination of ideas. So double breakout, as well as the idea of refreshing the line in the sand. So I was looking for this area to swap. Right here, I was looking for it to swap. I was considering the green, but you know what? In hindsight, even right here is good enough because we have sellers refresh, zoom, first entry, or first breakout. Well, pretty iffy because we're looking for something in this effect, something up here to come back down, so it's more symmetrical with how far this is going away from this swap level or this refresh swap level. Instead, it is small poke or small breakout. We're questioning, could be a wash. Nope. Entry target. And this was the backside I was talking about. See how it lines up right here? And it went pretty comfortably to the top. Of course, it continued, but you know what? There it is. Very nice. Very nice. This one was a bit on the fly, mostly because the swing was very messy. We have kind of a bigger one, a smaller one, and then I had some breaks I'll fall into. These swings were growing, fair enough. And this was kind of like a one line or one move. It's like, it's so, it was rough based on this kind of frequency getting watered down. So, maybe the idea wasn't there. This one was pretty good, except it required a second times the charm. So what happened? We had a POC here, returned to the POC. It decided to wash it. Maybe the POC was a bit lower, but anyways, it visited this area. It V'd, so this is indicating a possible reversal idea. So we're following the LSB, and it expanded. That's another thing I have to pay attention to more, whether or not we can call the expansion after just one. Maybe not. Maybe it has to do, okay, let me rephrase that. This is the LSB. This is a confirmed swing. I mean, this is somewhat of a confirmed swing, but this is a confirmed swing in the uptrend because this is still downtrending. And then we're just using this as a possible frequency it's going off of. Maybe once it confirms here, then we can start expanding, but till then, maybe not. Whatever the case may be, we had kind of a base here, comes down, jump here, wash, comes back, tries to go, comes back lower. And of course, my stop is behind this pivot here. Oh no, this one right here. And it was a good stop. It was holding it. Price was holding. It goes and nope. And instead it did a 2TC right here where it just came back, took these guys out a bit. Well, it took me out, that's for sure. And it plopped back right here. Entry, of course, this is very early in the morning. No chance in hell I'm awake to do this trade. But if I were to look at it, you know, just, oops, that's not what I want to do. This is freehand. Bam. Notice how the gap really defined that. Nice entry right there. You can do based on the swing. And again, what's one thing to note about this as well? Well, we're maybe looking for this to swap, but look right here. Sellers defining the level for us, or defining the fresh level. Yeah, we would like this one to swap or this swing to swap so we can have the right side entry. This is all one move, right? But this is where it went. And of course, if we have maybe a stop underneath this guy, kind of this is where it launched. So I would like to have a stop underneath there. Bam, boom, 1, 2, 3. So the idea did work out. It did kind of turn over and went down from here. It did not go to the UML. Although here the UML was more in line with this, so I was more than happy to take it up to here. Now, the question is, would I have taken it all the way up or just possibly here? I think this would be an easy, graceful exit. So, there you go. And we have this one. This one, man, this one sucked. Target wasn't wasn't there. So what happening, we have a POC, it went through the POC, came back to test it, and we're traveling to the other POC. We're seeing the expansion of this frequency. Look, confirmed. See, 2 confirmed in the current swing. Fair enough. 2-wave pullback. Our gap right here, looking to swap. Notice how I don't have to break this guy right here, as this is the 2-wave pullback. So maybe that's something to look out for, because of course I could have been waiting for this guy to swap, but this is where I defined my sellers, seemingly. So the question would be, does 2-wave pullback require a swap? Does 2-wave pullback require wave require a break of swings? So does it have to break it here? In this case, I did not. I strictly based off the gap, because sellers got refreshed. Maybe that's the idea. Maybe if it comes back up here, well, maybe not. So do sellers, buyers have to be refreshed? Question mark. I don't know. We will see. Oh yeah, we'll continue on this train. So the style management was, well, I was targeting here. This is the let it run exit or graceful exit. However, I haven't earned the right to do that yet, as noted right here. Just leave the target there. I was looking for it to run maybe by this bar here. I have to take it off, take the graceful exit. But realistically here, the target sits right there, 5-1. This is, I lost 1 R on this trade of potential targets. Damn. Oh well. What up happening here? Okay, so this is pretty similar to, or as well. In this case, it did break it, right? 1 2-wave pullback. Sellers didn't refresh, so we had sellers right here. Boom, 2-wave pullback. So this is kind of my swap area. It didn't do this type of thing. Instead, it came all the way out, came back, and there you go. And it seemed like a repeating pattern. We have some break, some fall into, and it started to build it again. Entry, nice and deep on the stop based on this pivot here, because this is where I'm kind of saying, all right, this is the kill zone, because it's going off the kill zone area-esque. And that worked handsomely. Of course, the take profit was left a little higher because I was approximating the UML. I did get filled. It did do this fancy look, boom, and then a few bars. Unfortunately, that would have really sucked if it went lower. And the management was good. Unfortunately, I was not up to manage it to here, but this would be a good place to put the management if I was awake. Next trade, we have the UML. No, we have the MNQ. I have UML drawn. This one, garbage idea. There's nothing there. There's no idea. I'm buying the space. It's not even a wash of the space. Regardless, here's a right side entry. I took it. I didn't even break it. Again, if I had to say something, 1 2-wave pullback right here. Did we necessarily break the 2-wave? Like, it came up here, retested, sure, but it didn't do anything more. And it didn't break this one, so it's a really 2-wave pullback. I don't know. It's kind of expansion, not really. It tried to go, but I got low ticked hard. Nothing really to say about that one. All right, so what's this about? All right, so this is another trade idea based on the POC. Can we just trade directly on it without much else? Much else in the terms of, do I have to wait for the market to start turning? And we have a one line balance that's going out of balance. We have possible one move, a right side entry on the one move idea, coupled with the one line out of balance. It's stretching, it's on the POC. This could be a reversal trade idea. I don't know. We'll see going forward. I'm not going to put anything else. And also this one, can we, so this is the first step, or this is the first step, this is the second step, but first step would be, well, this is an expansion trade. We're not thinking the expansion will hold. Of course, we have the POC here. This is the press, so structurally or visually, yeah, there's some natural buyers, but we're looking to trade to the value area. Would this be an idea where, all right, here's the press or the double breakout or the double move before the breakout? So the philosophy would be, well, we're going to bounce and start turning to the upside, or no, we're not. Continuation. You know, we didn't break it, but maybe there's something. I don't know. And this one, well, by Thursday of this week, I decided to call it quits because I got too many losers in a row and I don't want to eat up all the profits that I made this week. However, I was still looking at the markets. Fine, fair enough. And what ended up happening? Well, it was a big breakout range, or at least there was a POC being held. Zoom returns to this area, and I mapped this out way before, and it just interacted. And I charted this after the fact. I'm like, oh, it's clear as day. What do we have here? One move, a bit more defined, but retrace, extension, boom, boom, flip, subtle swings, enter, stop at the absolute pivot, the absolute high, and bam, the target. Damn. That's an 8-to-1 trade right there. Very cool. So that'll be it for this week, guys. Well, let's go over the comments real quick. So allow for double breakout right side entries. So that has to do with this one. Maybe if the stop's still favorable, I don't know. I have done that in the past, but not on this scale, not on the bar level. I've done it on more of the swing level. So I think we can do this. What else? Swings can expand or grow, right? They're distinct elements. Trade idea, naked left side entry based on the initial POC. Swap. Here's a POC. Here's a swap. Here's a gap. Just a naked left side entry. Maybe that's a trade idea. After that, we have targeting the POC. Maybe graceful exits can be taken at the natural sellers / buyers line. So that would just be right here. Maybe we can take a graceful exit. Remains to be seen. And finally, does two-way pullback require break of swings? Do sellers / buyers have to be refreshed? So that has to do with right here. So although I took the trade and it was successful, do we have to break this guy? Well, what if the sellers, some fresh sellers come here? They show up. Man, this is layering quite well. Lots of trades and just charting and putting the pieces together. It seems arbitrary if you're all new to this, but there seems to be a common thread throughout it all. Interesting stuff. All right, guys, that'll be it for this week. Second week of the year. So far, so good. Last week, -6 handles, 7 handles, I think. +4 here. There's definitely a few trades. This could have been a double-digit week. It wasn't, but I'm pretty satisfied with the progress. Hope you enjoyed, guys. Till next week. Adios.